setting is Washington, D.C. and Kevin. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation. And well over halfway into the season now, GA, how much have the rookies changed since the start of the season?
Kevin, most are completely different players, right? The foundation was there, but they know their role on the team, and it's more about refining their game than learning it.
And with the season in its stretch run, MP's been out to prove that his name should be on the Rookie of the Year trophy.
And everything he's done lately has only made his case stronger. He's showing the kind of poise and maturity that not many rookies have. Put that together with his physical skills, and it's easy to see why he's so special.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Max Strus is out there with Garland. And it's MP in at the 3, the small forward. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, thanks, Kevin. The Wizards head coach did talk to me a few minutes ago. Front of mind tonight, Jarrett Allen, the outstanding center. They were telling me how Allen does so much out there, particularly on defense. They said Jarrett is an incredible rim protector, and when he's on the floor, they'll avoid driving the paint. Jarrett Allen looming large down low, guys.
Thank you, David. Stolen by Anderson. Brogdon outside. And the 3 off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Malcolm Brogdon, Brent has moved around a little bit in his career, but he's always found a way to contribute.
Well, I think coaches appreciate, Kevin, the way that Malcolm plays the game in terms of his efficiency. They can always use that ability out there, a guy who makes solid decisions with the ball and is a knockdown shooter with high percentages.
For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Mobley, the pass to MP.
Kick it out!
The putback. Rebound by the Wizards. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
I think a lot of people were surprised by that result because on paper, you didn't think that game would be that competitive.
Pass to Coulibaly. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. The Wizards making a switch here. Kuzma's checked in. Temperatures are dropping, but every young star on this list has been red hot all season. Here now a look at the rookie race as we see the best of the best around the NBA from all the first-year players in the league. You look at MP, well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special, special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
Totally agree. It's taken him only about half the season to show he is going to be a force and a face in the NBA for a long time.
Kuzma, Jarrett Allen grabs the miss. Cleveland leading by 3, and the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow them.
Kuzma kicks to Anderson. Kuzma inside, covered by MP. And Kuzma with the basket on the assist from Kispert. Here's MP. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, crafty move there from MP to get to the foul line. The young man, fearless inside.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
First free throw is good. Well, last season, the Cavaliers won their first playoff series since 2018. That's when LeBron was with them, Greg.
And it was their first series win without LeBron James since 1993. So it was a huge deal for the organization as they continue to take steps in the right direction.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against the Pistons was all business. He scored 31 points, and as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. A performance like that makes you hungry for more. We'll be looking to follow that up tonight. Guys?
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on, and there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Wizards making a switch here. Koulibaly's checked in. The Wizards shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
Yeah, they do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
I mean, how much promise do you see in MP? This young player has so many physical tools that are already there. Now he just has to keep improving.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game. Well, it's no secret this Washington team is in a rebuilding phase. But, Brent, they've collected some assets.
Yeah, they got some flexibility here, Kevin, and they made the call to start over. They took some other players that other teams didn't want, along with some draft picks, which sometimes you have to do when you're bottoming out. They have a good toolbox to rebuild, though.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Wizards trail by 7. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pass to George. And here's Kuzma. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Kuzma's got 5 now.
That's what you expect from Kuzma. He's a high-volume three-point shooter.
The drive by MP.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's George. 1 second left. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's MP making things happen for Cleveland. They kept going to him again and again. And he... Teams will make substitution.
Foot on the gas and
Get there.
1:46 left in the first half of basketball. Rebound by the Wizards. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, they've got Darius Garland. Jarrett Allen is out there with George Niang. Then it's Max Strus, and it's MP in at the 3.
Come to me, come to me.
Come on.
It's Strus on the wing. And here's MP for 3. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And a wide open look for MP. Another miss by MP.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Kispert, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Good D by Anderson.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
In the corner, it's Coulibaly. Poked loose. Pass to Kispert. MP grabs the miss.
Hey, yo, right here. Hey, come around, come around.
Good if it goes. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break.
You guys finding any interesting matchups here?
Shaq's most interesting matchup, main dishes and side pieces.
And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the Cavaliers.
We expect him to come out and play.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Now, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems.
Hammering it in!
Amazing creativity on the fly from MP.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Anderson outside. Garland against Brogdon. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Coulibaly.
Well, the size that Brogdon has at the point guard, a good job of finding somebody over the top.
The 3 from MP. MP showing the range.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Brogdon the pass to Anderson. Brogdon against Garland. Back to Brogdon. Lets it go with the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Brogdon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Cavaliers leading by 11. MP outside. Pass to Strus. The 3 from MP. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Garland's got 5 assists in the game. And so it's Brogdon with it. He brings it up for the Wizards. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. A different look now for Cleveland. Wade, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Karis LeVert comes in for Max Strus. And it's Ty Jerome in for Garland. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Jerome. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Got a piece of it. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he's got his first chance at the line here. The free throw drops for Valanciunas. Cleveland leading by 5, and Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. At the guard spots, we'll see Garland and LeVert. And it's MP in at the 3 spot. The 10-footer. And the rejection by MP. Fast break, here we go. Hensley with the block.
Well, you pair that length with those kind of defensive instincts, and Marvin Bagley becomes a much more effective defender.
Down low. MP with the catch and flush.
What execution. MP getting up high for that finish.
Wizards trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Kuzma. And stolen by MP. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. MP getting out in front on the break.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
The Wizards shooting 40% from the field. Kuzma outside. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
MP, no good. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter.
Stay there.
Pass to Song. Here's Carrington. 5 to shoot. For the 3. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got his 4th rebound in this one. Comes past LeVert. Mobley sets the pick for MP. Hits the 3-point foul. MP's got 17 points here in the second half.
I don't know. I'm getting the feeling as this game moves on, he's getting stronger.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And Washington going with a whole new group here. A switch here also for Cleveland. Max Strus is checked in for LeVert. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, Brian Keefe reviewing the game plan with his team during that last time out. Now he asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. They double-team Brogdon. And here's Anderson for 3. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. Allen's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's MP. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
MP just flexing there on that finish, pushing through the defense.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance. And the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Brogdon scanning the floor. Tries to the hoop. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Allen's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's MP. It's rebounded by Coulibaly. Wizards trail by 13. Brogdon outside and out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Now, MP, the 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Cavaliers.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
The first free throw is good.
And he's the glue that holds this team together. Brogdon's calm demeanor and lead by example approach is so valuable to this squad.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
Yeah, MP.
They don't even know what's coming for them.
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson at the table with basketball royalty, Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, our reporter. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. You look at Minnesota. Final stretch of the season, they've got the #1 seed and have shown no signs of giving it up.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And to look at Minnesota's opening lineup, Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. And we've got All-Star Weekend fast approaching. I'm sure all the players are looking forward to it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're competing that weekend, it's an honor and a lot of fun. And for the guys that aren't, it's a few welcome days of rest and relaxation.
And hats off to MP, who was selected to his first All-Star team.
And he's not just in it, he's a starter. To do that in your first All-Star game appearance is a huge accomplishment.
Now here's Edwards. In the game against Portland, very impressive. Outside, Alexander-Walker. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's MP, and out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside Edwards. Randle outside. Outside Alexander-Walker. Pass to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Edwards. Money on the 19-footer.
The first bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And Grant, for the Cavs to take that next step in terms of contending, what do you think has to happen?
Well, #1, enhancing their ability to put pressure on the rim. When you look at their rate of free throws and offensive rebounds, there is big room for improvement.
Here's Conley after the basket by Cleveland. On the wing, Alexander-Walker. And it's going to be a 3-second call. All right, now we have a moment. Here are the most efficient teams from range over the past month. Cleveland, #1.
Well, a hot streak like this breeds confidence, a virtuous cycle. You see shots going down, you take that next one with extreme confidence.
McDaniels is checked in for Alexander-Walker. And there's a 3-second violation.
First in three-point shooting, first in fewest turnovers per game. And they're sitting at #2 in the NBA in field goal percentage. They've got a smart offensive system in place. You won't see them forcing shots too often.
And in today's NBA, it's all about the three-point shot, right?
Timeout.
And these guys shoot it at such a phenomenal clip. Tops in the league, in fact. Their ability to space the floor is exceptional. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Let's see some of the numbers here for Anthony Edwards.
And for an idea of where his offense is right now, take a look at his true shooting percentage decreasing over the last 5 games. He desperately needs to find his stroke tonight.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Back to Randall. Pass to McDaniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. And that ties it up.
This is where McDaniels has put in a lot of work, catching and shooting with confidence.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Wizards put on a show. He contributed 40 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. And he had a monster game that last time out. He'll try to match or even exceed those numbers tonight. That's got to be scary to face, Brian.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Now here's MP. A tremendous threat on offense. He's scoring around 34 a game.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Here's Edwards, a steady offensive force, averaging around 32.5 a game.
Really like what Edwards did there, assertive in the two-man game.
Now here's Garland. They trail by 1. Down low. MP outside. Mobley finds MP. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good on the triple.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Now here's Randall. His last outing, he had 20. Fires from deep. The rebound by MP.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Takes it inside, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the evening. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Niang, he's checked in for Allen. Wade comes in for Evan Mobley. Karis LeVert's checked in for Strus. And Jerome subbed in for Darius Garland. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Alexander Walker comes in for Julius Randle. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And Dillingham subbed in for Conley.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good...
Now DiVincenzo. No points so far. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Reed, a screen on Garland. Shoots. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. The Cavaliers leading. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Garland and LeVert team up in the backcourt, and it's MP in at small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Reed against Allen. And out of bounds, the Cavs will take it. Here's Garland. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. To the inside. Oh, MP with the hammer.
Come on, man, so aggressive. MP, that trait will take you a long way in this game.
And the foul called on MP. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward trusted each other, and made good plays.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Picked by Gobert to the paint to halt the run. Oh, Gobert rocking the rim.
What a move by Gobert, closing that open space in the pick and roll.
On the wing, MP. McDaniels covering. Mobley outside. Pass to MP. From downtown. Mobley outside. Clock at 6. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Oh, there's the alley! And it's Allen who slams it home.
Boy, Allen always a threat, especially when you give him room to run. He's capable of banging it home.
Outside Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. This one for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And the three-point shot of DiVincenzo is dangerous. Defense cannot allow him to get airspace from there.
And we've got 1:18 left in the second period. From deep, MP. The long-range hit from MP.
Yeah, you know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A different look for Cleveland. Niang, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Wade comes in for Mobley. And Jerome subbed in for LeVert. Randall outside. And the three-pointer goes. Randall's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Here's Jerome. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Conley passes to Edwards. And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
I love his mentality, not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates, and he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, you know, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
To the middle, and stolen by Gobert. Now here's Alexander Walker, tightly guarded, pass to Gobert. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Edwards, 9 points in the game, picked by Gobert. The 3, the shot that time not on target. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Cleveland on top, up 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
At home, this team is pretty stout. Looking at this upcoming stretch, they're probably licking their chops.
Well, we're talking pork chops, or lamb chops, or what kind of chop?
And moving on to the Cavaliers' first half. It's a close one through 2 quarters.
I know my partner here appreciates the brute force, especially.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. MP really making a difference here.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the center position. Timberwolves trail by 4. Conley finds Gobert. And here's Randle, covered by Mobley. And here's MP from outside. That shot, no good. The Timberwolves shooting 35% so far in this one. Grant the catch.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man. Oh, man. MP, that was nasty.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside, Edwards. Oh, MP with a block.
Strong defense. MP just understands when he should try to go after the block.
Cleveland leading by 6. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021, and his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Brian, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie. Edwards for 3. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. MP scanning the floor. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by. And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Conley passes to Randle. Outside, Alexander Walker. No good with the triple.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Randle, the pass to Conley. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Alexander Walker. Off the mark there with a 3. The Cavaliers lead by 7. From deep, MP. Cleveland again missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Alexander Walker. Book it. And it's Randle with the assist. Randle's got 3 assists in the game.
Unselfish, good vision. Nice dime by Julius.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And the Cavaliers going with a whole new group out there. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Darius Garland.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years,
Timberwolves trail by 6. George Niang out there with Jared Allen. Then it's MP, then it's Max Strus, and it's Jerome in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. MP outside. Gets the 3 to fall. MP's got 11 in the second half. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
They also excelled defensively tonight, particularly inside. Tons of shots sent back, which was a treat to watch.
Hey, yo, right here, baby.
From deep, MP. And the Cavaliers, another three.
Boy, the points really accumulating from three-point range. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he seems to only be getting better.
Pass to Ingles. Here's McDaniels. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
Oh, McDaniels saying to himself, okay, you want to give me that? I'll take it.
McDaniels against MP. Inside, stolen by Ingles. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Buries it from 3.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
A different look for Cleveland. Evan Mobley, he's checked in for Niang. And Garland is subbed in for Jerome. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He was harping on the number of offensive rebounds that they've given up. He told them they have to recommit to the defensive glass. He said, quote, "We're not walking away with the W if we don't box out." A simple message, guys, but an important one.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Edwards, the pass to Randall. Cavaliers with a rebound. Allen's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Work in the interior, MP.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Here's Edwards. And he lays it up and in.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
MP outside. Pass to Mobley. Back to MP. Fires for 3. Rebound Minnesota. Now Alexander Walker. Randall, a screen on MP. Alexander Walker, the pass to Conley. Off target from 3-point range.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
MP finds Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
A minute 42 left in the game. Randall outside. Outside Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Strus. The open shot by Edwards. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 11 rebounds in the game.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Cavaliers.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just 2 tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And this result tonight, it gets them to 44 wins on the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
And MP throws it down.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Outside, Alexander Walker connects from downtown.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. MP finds Strus. Back to MP. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Boy, the creative finishing ability of Randall draws a lot of fouls.
The free throw drops for Randall. And Randall drops them both. Three-pointer. Offline. And so it's the Cavaliers taking care of business in this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a
way to bring the effort tonight.
Good luck out there, MP.
Welcome to the NBA Rising Stars Challenge, a game that has become such a special part of all-star festivities.
And that's really because it always provides us with such an entertaining look at the next generation of NBA stars. In a game like this where the pressure's off and it's all about having fun, I think we really get an opportunity to see just how skilled these young players are.
Exactly. I mean, nobody's going to get on top of you if you go behind your back or you try something out of the ordinary. And that means we get to see these young guys pull off some amazing plays in this game every year.
Here are the starters for the sophomores. We've got Chet Holmgren, Brandon Miller out there with Amen Thompson. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career. You know, I know his NBA career is just starting out, but he has been logging some veteran minutes in the regular season.
Well, in his short time in the league, Greg, he's earned the full confidence of the coaching staff. They're not afraid to use him in any situation.
You brought the big stage these young guys are on tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers.
And good that time.
MP doing a nice job with the quick catch and shoot, not wanting to waste those touches.
Now here is Miller. To the middle.
And guys, since this game started back in '94, this has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Weekend. And I know you love it, Greg. It gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to come.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves that they wouldn't even dare to attempt in a regular season game.
Thompson finds Wembanyama. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
In the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a run. rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent, and when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
Edey's checked in for the rookies. On the wing, MP. It's good from long range. MP's got 6.
Well, I think, as is always the case, the story of the game tonight won't have a lot to do with defense.
That's the way it always is. I mean, a half-court alley-oop or a spectacular behind-the-back pass, that's exactly what the people want to see in this game.
Now, here is Miller. 6 to shoot. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
You know, what you like about Miller is that he doesn't leave opportunities out there hanging. I mean, he's a solid all-around player.
George is checked in for Chet Holmgren. Wembanyama looking it over. Messi grabs the rebound. MP against Wembanyama. Pass to Messi. MP outside. Off target with his 3.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
That one goes in.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Now, here's MP. 6 points for him. MP with a screen on George. Back to MP. No good with the triple.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Pass to Lively. Wembanyama left side. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
On the wing, MP. Covered by Miller. There's MP. And it's the sophomores with the rebound.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Thompson outside. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Connect. Nothing on the board. Miller against MP. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
George from deep three-point land. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Sophomores lead by 3. We'll take a quick break, then get... Welcome back. Checked in for the rookies. MP comes in for Castle. And a new group in here for the sophomores. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Cam Whitmore. Wembanyama comes in for Thompson. Brandon Miller, he's checked in for George. And Amen Thompson subbed in for Henderson.
Yeah, a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
We've got Connect. Sarr out there with Klingon. Then it's MP. And it's McCain in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the rookies.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
MP, no good.
Well, he's definitely got a shoot-first mindset right now, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and that's not always endearing to your teammates, if you ask me. I mean, this is a game where everybody wants a piece of that spotlight. It shouldn't just be about him.
Clock at 6. Miller with a wide open look, and a miss there on the triple. And it's the rookies now, trailing by 4.
Get out on MP.
MP deciding where to go with it. MP, the triple is down the hatch.
MP doing a great job letting the play develop, making the defense pick their poison.
Pass to Lively. Inside. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
MP outside. There's the screen. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. MP's got 8 points in the quarter.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Thompson dishes to Miller. Back to Thompson. Wembanyama sets a screen for Thompson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to McCain. Connects from 3-point range. And now a 3-point rookie lead.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The rookies on top, ending the second quarter on a 14-6 run. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And we're glad to have you along as we resume the action at the Rising Stars Challenge. Some great careers in store for these young men.
And what a showcase this game has been for the league's best and brightest young stars.
And you know, one of my favorite things is seeing the camaraderie between the players. I mean, both of these teams really enjoying playing together and against each other.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Miller is out there with Thompson. And it's Chet Holmgren. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Lively in at the 3, the small forward.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Wembanyama outside. Back to Thompson from the arc. Kept alive. Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Now, here is Miller. He's guarded closely. Pass to Wembanyama. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
The sophomores have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Free throw good, Wembanyama. And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Now, MP. He's got 18. On the wing, Wallace. MP with a screen on Thompson. Nice shot by Wallace. Wallace has got his second basket of the night.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
To the paint. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Lively against MP. Here's Holmgren. Back to Lively. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
The sophomore's making a switch here. George is checked in. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
I see him.
MP outside. Connects, the jumper drops. MP's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks guys don't last minutes, they last days.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. There's the triple. Drains the three-pointer. MP's got the lead up to 7 now for the rookies.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Here's Wembanyama. Buries it down low. Wembanyama has got 10 points.
I'm not sure how defenders are supposed to guard Wembanyama without making contact.
Pass to Nisi. MP outside. Here's Castle. Shot clock at 5. The rookies need to get a shot off here. MP, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Wembanyama outside.
You got him.
It's blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And the rookie's making a change here. Connects checked in. Then for the sophomores, Thompson, he's checked in for Derek Lively. Cam Whitmore comes in for Holmgren. And Henderson subbed in for Brandon Miller. And here's MP for 3. The three-pointer is right on target. MP's got 10 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Wembanyama sets a screen for George. That 3 off the mark. George has gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. MP finishes inside.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
And stolen by MP. And he lays it straight in. And now it's a 12-point rookie lead.
Gets the ball inside and gets it done. Nice work by MP.
Hey, yo, right here, baby.
Back to Henderson. Wembanyama sets a screen for Henderson. They can't stop the run with that one. 15 seconds left in the third. Here's MP. MP strong inside.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The rookies on top. They lead by 14. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Welcome back to this showcase of the amazing young talent in the NBA, the Rising Stars Challenge.
And it's not hard to tell just how much fun these young guys are having out there tonight.
That's exactly right. And the same goes for the fans. I mean, they're having a blast, too. What a terrific event this has been.
Filipowski's out there with Sarr. Then it's Castle. Then it's MP. And it's McCain in at shooting guard. That's who's in the game for the rookies. Pass to Castle. And here's MP for three. Rebound by sophomores. To the inside. Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Here's McCain. On the wing, MP. Whitmore defending.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Wallace is checked in for Castle. And the sophomores making a change here as well. Brandon Miller, he's checked in for Scoot Henderson. That free throw good from George.
Name a type of shot. Keontae George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all three levels.
Pass to Whitmore. Now Miller.
Go watch him.
Holmgren sets the screen for Miller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Miller's got it back down to within single digits for the sophomores. Miller's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight.
Get it going.
George against Wallace. Down low. Here's MP. And he uses the glass on the layup. MP's got 34.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Back to George. Over Wallace. George finds Whitmore. Great look, but off the mark.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
MP, good.
He made 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since then. I tell you what, you can't shake your head at that.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. The sophomores making some changes. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Ausar Thompson. Derek Lively comes in for Cam Whitmore. And it's Thompson in for George. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Back to Wembanyama. Over Sarr. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. MP against Wembanyama.
Screen coming.
Kicks it out to MP. And it's off from 3-point range. Thompson with it. Now defended by MP. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
And the rookies with some changes. Edey comes in for Sarr, and Castle is subbed in for Wallace. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Filipowski. Back to MP. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Come get it. Come get it.
Here's Thompson. Off target at the rim. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Got to contest MP from out there. He is more than capable from three.
To the middle. Wembanyama down low. Misses the target. That drops him to 40% now. 4 of 10. MP with it. He's picked up by Holmgren.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Here's Wembanyama. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellas who can use the mid-range jumper to their advantage.
Get it going.
And Wembanyama too much inside.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Back to MP. Just 5 on the clock. Yes, that goes in. MP's got 44.
Despite his youth, MP's showing grown man strength.
Wembanyama left side. No good from the wing. MP outside. Here's the 3. And Lively pulls it down. And it's Miller penetrating.
Oh! Big time!
MP outside. Three-pointer. No good. And so it's the rookies taking care of business in this one.
I can't say enough about how well all these young men competed here tonight. A great show for the fans and a clear.
Kicks, MP.
in the house.